Recording has started.
Thank you, everybody. This is a much delayed. We apologize for the 15-minute delay, but we're having electronic problems. We have gotten them resolved, we hope, thanks to our fine IT personnel and to our illustrious vice chair, who is also IT savvy. We are opening the September the 2nd Albemarle County scheduled electoral board meeting. And we do have a calling the meeting to order, and we have a quorum. Can we approve the final agenda?
We approve, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to add something? Absolutely.
I'd like us to look at a checklist I put together for LNA testing on Thursday.
That'd be great. We will. Thank
So
you.
we can add that.
And that will be under new business.
Sure.
Thank you.
Anybody have a plug-in for my computer? The battery is running. We have one.
No, I don't. I've got one in the go to the office.
Plug it in.
Let's put it over there to find the. Need a whole different.
Okay. Does anyone from the board have an announcement other than chair? Okay. I would like to make a statement that we have worked on, the same statement that we've made at every other electoral board meeting since the 11th of August in various forms. Most of the statements that we have are at the direction of our able counsel, who is with us today, and the Albemarle County Police Department. There are certain things that we can say. There are certain things we are prohibited from saying. And as much as we would like to give you lots of information, we are restricted in what we can say. The former registrar, Lauren Eddy, was put on administrative leave by the county on the 8th of August. On the 12th of August, she resigned. 2 days later, the chief deputy registrar told us that she was going to resign. And approximately a week later, the elections manager told us she was going to resign and sent a letter to HR, which is where the electoral board does not hire the staff in the registrar's office. The registrar hires staff in the registrar's office. So since there was no registrar, these two ladies submitted their letters of resignation to HR. We have been in constant communication with general counsel from the Albemarle County Attorney's Office and from the Albemarle County Police Department. We are trying very hard to keep the office running, and I would like to say at this time a special thank you to the staff in the office who have been diligent working. They come to work when they're supposed to work. They do their job, and we appreciate that. And with every confidence, we will all get our elections run as they have always been in Albemarle: free, fair, safe, and legal. The Albemarle County Electoral Board, with the help of HR, has sent out ads and postings on the website so that people who wish to apply for these jobs, general registrar is a permanent replacement, the term of which will end in the summer of 2027, as well as an interim. We've established that that's the term that's probably best suited. Thank you, Secretary Hyman. We are going to call this person the interim, who will serve the people of Albemarle and get in the job as soon as possible and serve through the duration of this election. We don't know when exactly our permanent replacement registrar will be able to start work, but we have had multiple meetings, closed session, to review the applications and to invite people for interviews. We have 4 jobs open. They are posted on the Albemarle County website, that being the interim general registrar. The permanent replacement to fill the unexpired term of the registrar who has resigned. And then when a registrar is here, the registrar will hire a chief deputy registrar and an election manager, because those two people are part of the registrar's staff. If the registrar, the interim registrar, hires these people, their terms will end when that registrar's term ends, and they can be either rehired or the permanent registrar can hire somebody else. Again, let me repeat, the people who work in the office work for the general registrar. They do not work for the board, with the exception of the general registrar. The board sets the number of people who work, not the individuals themselves. Comments?
I'd like to just
Sure.
kind of back up. I'm Jim Heilman, Secretary of the Electoral Board. Just like to kind of back up what the chair said, that we are working very hard. They are working real hard to get things done that need to get done and to get us to where we need to be and start voting on September 19th. And I'd also say we are trying to be as transparent as possible in endeavor in a difficult time for us. There, some places can be very transparent, some places that is just not allowed. Trying to do the best on that. I hope you'll bear with us.
It's a little bit out of, but do we have any questions from anyone who's on the remote feed or who is in the room? Please raise your hand and introduce yourself and let us know associated with any organization.
Yes, I'm Tom Schlesinger. My wife and I live in Howardsville, and we've been voting at Porter's Precinct for a couple of decades now. I appreciate, I think I understand what was just said about the nations, but I do want to ask a few questions and count answers against my threats.
No, sir. We will try to answer what we can.
Okay, well, maybe you'll be able to answer these in full or in part or not at all, but I would like to know why these individuals resigned from the office. Second, what portion of the total workforce in the registrar's office are accounted for by these four individuals? Third,
Only three people have resigned.
you mentioned four and I got a little mixed up.
Okay.
Why did Ms. Davis and Ms. Pace resign when they did? Did the board play any role in initiating Ms. Eddy's resignation? And then finally, I saw in the Daily Progress that Dr. Wheeler had stated her confidence that we'll have free, fair, etc. elections in Albemarle as per usual. And I'll say that walking into Porter's every election day and going through the drill is a pleasure, right? Our elections work really well in the county in our experience. But I wanted to ask Bucky and Jim if they agree with your assessment, the likelihood or the probability of continued free, fair, etc. elections, and what the basis of their assessment is.
Let's start with that question.
Yeah, good.
And I'll work backwards on that.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree with that assessment. I think we've lined up all the things that need to happen. We know what the timetables are. Some of them are actually a little bit ahead of where they would normally be in the schedule because of where we are from a personnel standpoint, trying to get things done when people leave. So I have no doubt exactly the same kind of election you had in June or this November, back and back and back. I don't think anybody will see any difference.
And I would just echo what Bucky said.
We're all very confident about
Gotcha.
it, okay? The board does not know why the chief deputy registrar resigned when she did. And we don't know why the election manager resigned when she did.
And if we did, we would not comment on it.
Exactly, but
It's a
we don't
personnel
know.
matter.
We don't know. The percentage of the people, there are five full-time, 3 have resigned. There are 2 people who work on a regular basis.
There's basically between several people who work part-time on a regular basis, there's one more full-time equivalent who works in the registrar's office.
Right.
And then for elections, typically more people are brought in to work as different activities come up during the election cycle.
We do not know why the registrar.
We are not commenting
commenting
on
on
personnel
We
matters.
can't. We can tell you when the registrar resigned. And that's all we can say. I realize that makes it difficult for you, but we can't say anything other than that.
Yeah, it makes things seem more ominous to me.
I don't,
Indeed.
but we can tell you that we are working along with the current staff in overdrive.
Something Dr. Wheeler mentioned that I would like to draw a clear, bright line under, because I'm not sure people who are observing what's going on kind of connect all the dots here, particularly if you're looking for some, agency about what has happened. Dr. Wheeler said that the electoral board can only hire the registrar. Well, conversely, the electoral board can only fire the registrar. That's the only person in that office that we have any sort of personnel control over. Everyone else comes and goes at the pleasure of the registrar. And for those who think we took a hand in other personnel actions, there's no legal connection for us to have that kind of hand. So under the law, those folks don't work for us. They work for the registrar.
Wasn't trying to imply.
No, I'm trying to paint a more clear picture. Yes, there's unanswered questions.
And it has been noted, well, first let me say, why did Ms. Pace and Ms. Davis resign? If they would like to say why they resigned, that's up to them. It has been noted that they are not under investigation. They are not part of that investigation. So I think that's needs to be said.
We need to get back on because we're going to run out of time.
Anybody else have a question?
Lori's got her hand up.
Lori, I'm sorry, Lori, I can't see you. So.
Oh,
That's okay. I just wanted to let you know, I think you
Now, wait a
lost
minute,
your
slow down,
video.
wait a minute. We can't hear you either. Hold on 1 second.
Lori, I'm sorry. You've drifted onto just my computer right now. So let me
Yeah, we're just on
Hold on.
your computer and there's no video.
Yeah. Well, that's no good.
We're working on the electronics. I think we can hear you if you speak slowly.
Yeah. Is that all you wanted to tell us? Just that one thing? Okay,
Yes,
Lori just
just
wanted to
about
tell
the
us that she
video.
can't see us
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, we are painfully aware that there is no video. We can't see you and you can't see us. It was working fine for a while and we may have some
It's not
help
either
here.
one of these. That's all.
Okay, if anybody
No.
in the Zoom has a comment, we are now in the comment period. So if anyone there, we can't see your hand if you've raised it. If you need to ask a question, please just identify yourself and any organization you may represent and ask your question or make your comment.
And then we'll get back to the real agenda. I hear no comments. Okay, are there any comments from the folks that are in the room? Okay. Old business. We have been asked about the schedule for sign up for the in-person absentee voting. The portal's been opened. The board does not have access to that right now. We are working on making sure that all the slots are furnished. Alex has given us a list of the people who have signed up and have been assigned for the first day. But hopefully by tomorrow or the next day, we will have that list clarified. Yes, ma'am.
For early in person.
You're reading my mind. That was the next. The training, the class date was set up for next week. Hopefully we will be able to keep that same date, but there will be a letter sent out, an email sent out, hopefully by the end of this week, maybe sooner, to make sure that it's the same time, the same date, the same location. We don't have access to some of that information. I'm sorry? It's supposed to be a week from today. That's correct. Hopefully we will be able to use that same date.
But if not, we still have quite a few days
Right.
before we actually open up.
Any other old business? New business, the electoral board will review the cybersecurity plan at either our next meeting or the next meeting. We just couldn't get to it for this meeting. Any gentlemen?
Nope.
Okay. The electoral board is reviewing the applications for the position of interim registrar as well as full-time registrar. And we are compiling the list and the applications from HR, as we have tried to explain, so that when we actually have a registrar in place, that registrar will have applications ready to review to hire a chief deputy registrar and an election manager. And we will continue to discuss these applications and do interviews as needed in closed session. Mr. Vice Chair.
We received from our vendor, the DS300, a
Graphical scanner vendor.
draft checklist that they were using for logic and accuracy testing. And I took that checklist and added a couple of things to it that we used and turned it into turn that into a per machine checklist. The checklist that the vendor offered did not include a couple of things on it. Didn't include checking the ballot bins before and after to make sure you didn't leave any ballots behind. And it didn't include recording the serial number for the seal that we'll put on the DS300s. Also, I would like to have a checklist on each machine, and hence this. But otherwise, this is all the things that the vendor had on there, and it's a really good checklist. I liked his checklist better than the one we had looked at a week or two ago.
I didn't have a chance to look at his checklist, but reading your comments back to him, I got the impression that it was a spreadsheet that all
Yeah, you have one spreadsheet, and there'd be
all the
20 some odd machines could be on the same page. Which even when we're doing the ones for election day, I don't think that's how we're going to want to do it.
Yeah,
I would like to check it off each one. So I propose this as what we should use. Is there a second?
I would be more than happy to second that motion. Do we have any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Great.
I'll
Thank
make sure we
you.
have sufficient copies on LNA Day.
That's right. Alex. Sufficient copies.
LNA is logic and accuracy testing that we will be doing on Thursday of this month.
Right.
For the machines that we will be using in early in-person voting and mail ballot voting and post-election voting. These are machines that can take ballots from all of our precincts.
And as you may or may not know, the Code of Virginia provides that in LNA testing, the two chairmen of the two major political parties are noted. They get emails and they're invited to participate. If either one of those
By
cannot
participate, you mean observe.
observe, yes, observe. If they cannot observe themselves, they can send a proxy. The proxy needs to have a letter of authorization, much the same as a poll watcher would have to have when they go into a polling place. Again, they are there to observe. Questions are welcome. We need to schedule our next meeting
We have a next meeting
tomorrow.
at 9.
That's correct.
And then we have LNA testing
On
the
Thursday.
following day, starting at 9. And then we have a regularly scheduled meeting on September the 11th.
That's correct. So I think we may, but it may need that we need to go ahead and schedule an additional meeting. As our able counsel has advised us, it's always easier to cancel a meeting than it is to schedule one. So I would suggest that we look at our calendars for September and pick an additional date. 4th is LNA testing. We have a meeting tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, previously regularly scheduled at 9 o'clock. And we have a meeting on the 11th.
How about on the 8th, Monday the 8th?
That is the earliest under FOIA that you can schedule a meeting is on.
Thank you.
I thought we had
Would-
3 days.
Monday works. You can
Monday is
schedule
good.
on
Monday
That's
is
a
good.
day. That is the earliest day.
Or since Monday sometimes is a busy day, would we want to look at Tuesday, morning or afternoon?
If we need to have
Pleasure
a
of the
meeting
board.
by Monday, I would say we need to have a meeting by Monday.
Then let's schedule one for Monday.
It's in 9:30.
Can we do 9 o'clock? Okay, so we are scheduling an electoral board meeting for 9 o'clock.
And we will hopefully be able to post that meeting. Correct,
Yes,
Mr. Vice Chair?
I'm certainly hopeful.
Okay.
Tomorrow I should get turned on for that. So
and we will need to have meetings after that, but we've got plenty of time to schedule those. Okay, are there any other comments, questions? Yes, sir.
Do we need to call in to get a link? In case you can't make tomorrow? A link, the Zoom link?
I know what you're asking. I just don't know the answer. Hopefully, we will be able to get the meeting Zoom connected and we will get something on the website that allows you to link into that.
It's on the agenda, it says online should call 434.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully, we will have gotten our internet situation straightened out. Okay, anybody have anything else before we go into? Yes, ma'am. Well, we got, yes, ma'am. Go ahead on Zoom.
This is Laurie Jones.
Okay.
And I was just wondering if there was an agenda for tomorrow's meeting or if you're going directly into executive session.
Well, we have to open the meeting, but we don't really have any agenda items other than we're meeting.
Okay, so
Uh,
currently you're going to open and go into executive session.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Unless we wanted to do the cybersecurity plan.
We
but
not, we
have
can't
to
do that tomorrow.
Okay.
We don't have time. We just can't do
Alright.
it tomorrow.
So we're
Okay,
expecting to go into executive session only.
I understand. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other yes, ma'am.
Is there an ending date to that person's status,
No.
position?
We do not have a termination date, no. We hope he or she will be here to get us through the complete finalization of the election and stay until we can get our permanent GR here and working and questions answered and brought up to working.
And there may possibly be some overlap, which would be good.
Between the interim and the permanent?
We hope.
But we don't have a set date in mind.
No. Any other questions? Again, we apologize for our internet Zoom problems, but we don't all have all the passwords that we need, and we're working on it. We'd like to thank the IT. Yes, sir.
Just as an observation, I believe time before you had same issue with technology, get on Zoom.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Same problem, we couldn't get on Zoom.
Same problem, but different
Right.
player this time.
Not a different
So I
reason.
remember the meeting started late again.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
technically they go over here and.
Yeah.
So are they working on?
Yes, sir. They've been working on it. We're doing the very best we can with our IT support system. Okay, we're going to go into executive session. Yes,
No,
question.
Read away.
I'm
is what
trying to read.
suggesting.
Okay. I move that the Albemarle County Electoral Board convene a closed meeting pursuant to section 2.2-3711 parentheses A of the Code of Virginia. Under subsection 1, to discuss and consider applications for prospective candidates for employment for the position of acting general registrar, and or to discuss and consider applications of prospective candidates for employment for the position of permanent general registrar, and to discuss personnel matters to include assignments of registrar employees and other personnel matters that we need to discuss. Do I hear
Second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're in closed session. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And again, we apologize for the.
For the folks at home, I'm sorry we lost you on the screen, but thanks very much for participating.
I'm sorry. You added something to this. That's what you added.
Thank you, ma'am, for being here. Just for future reference.
Yeah.
The electoral board meetings are in the 5th Street County office building, always.
Thank you so much for letting me.
So you'll know from now on. We fluctuate from this room to that room, and sometimes we're actually in the boardroom in the back. But it's always in this.
Yeah. I reached out to one of my reporters and I was like, this is the right building for today, right? Because I saw us at 5th Street and I was like, I don't remember the Albemarle County office building being on 5th Street. And she's like, yeah, this is it. I walk inside, they're like, no. And I was like, oh no.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. It worked out good, I guess, because there was a little delay, but thank you so much for letting me know for next time. And yeah. Hope you guys
If you're ever lost, just come through this front door.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Make sure there's nobody outside waiting to come in.
That's your motion.
No. I don't know what she thinks we've been saying for the last, how many years we've been saying this. But
We'll be there.
We've been writing, I've been reading, whoever was reading it. Okay, certification of closing the meeting. I move that the electoral board certify by a recorded vote that to the best of each member's knowledge, only public business matters lawfully exempted from the open meeting requirements of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act and identified in the motion authorizing the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered in closed meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
All, Meeting is adjourned.
Well, no, we haven't adjourned the meeting. That's a
Going,
different
yeah, we
thing.
need a meeting, we need,
But before we do
say-
that, one thing I wanted to say is with Alex's able help,
yes,
we have 111 poll pads updated, 2 more on the machine, and there are 2 more sort of to be found.
one of which we
We-
think we may know.
Well, we may need to look in Lauren's office again to make sure we got them all.
Can we get into Lauren's office?
I know a lady with a key.
You have a key.
Yeah. So anyway,
Do you know
but
how we're getting the mail? Steve is going, and by the kindness of the woman at Mailbox Express, she is giving it to him because we don't have the key. Do we?
Gina doesn't have a key. I thought she did.
Hmm?
I thought Gina had a key.
My understanding from Steve is
Obviously, Gina's not bringing the mail today, didn't bring it on Friday, but I thought Gina had a key. That's something to verify when she,
well, there may
next
be a
week.
key in Lauren's office, there may be a key in Lauren's house. I don't know.
We can always pay mailboxes, et cetera, and get them to give us another key.
We need to get, yeah, that's true. But maybe just give us a different, I don't know. We need to
Anyway.
get, please, go ahead.
So I move that we adjourn.
Thank you, sir. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So moved. Did you get that vital information that he distributed